die Social Media, Twitter-Accounts. Also in meiner Zeit als Korrespondentin von 2002 bis 2008 habe ich erlebt, wie das Internet in Afrika explodiert ist. Westafrika sowieso ganz weit vorn, Elfenbeinküste, super gut, aber mittlerweile auch in Ostafrika und selbst in Eastleigh, wo sehr viele Somalis leben, ist es sozusagen das Medium, mit dem alle kommunizieren, quer über den Kontinent und auch sozusagen weltweit. Welche Rolle kann diesen Medien zukommen und wie wichtig ist das für diese Partnerschaft? Und ist das sowieso etwas, was die Generationen, die jetzt sozusagen auch die Zukunft gestalten, ohnehin schon nutzen? Wie sieht das in Tansania aus, zum Beispiel auch für ihre eigene Arbeit?
First of all, let me say that I was very disappointed to learn that this conference is not being hashtagged in Twitter.
You're
so
right.
that people could hashtag it. We have to, myself had to create the hashtag in the late first day of the conference. I think we have to use social media in communicating. I use social media in most of my parliamentary work. But social media itself cannot create partnership, cannot create democracy, cannot reduce corruption. It is a tool. It is a tool that enables people, especially young people, to communicate and communicate as well with their leaders and with their friends, with the civil society organizations and the like. Just 3 weeks ago, I was interviewed by one of the leading social media sites in Tanzania called Jamii Forums for 8 hours. It's the longest ever interview that has happened to a politician. 8 good hours. I was asked 85 questions. And when we counted the words of the responses, the questions and the responses, we counted almost 10,000 words in one single interview. But that shows how people, because I was asked by different people all over the world, Tanzanians in diaspora and within Tanzania, and this is a sense of accountability, that we are being held accountable. But also, we have very good success stories, for example, on my side. One in April this year, we had a huge corruption scandal in Tanzania, in parliament. Some ministers engaged in mismanagement of public funds. And the government was not taking action. So I raised a motion in parliament, and I asked for a prime minister to resign. I initiated a vote of no confidence against the prime minister. And I had to use social media to get the citizens, get people, call their MPs and tell them to sign, because according to our rules, you need to have 70 MPs to sign in a paper for Speaker to allow a vote of confidence to be on the floor. And my party has only 48 MPs. So I needed more MPs to make it the number of 70. And I hashtagged this motion, and a lot of people called their MPs, and MPs were coming to sign. And we got the 70, and we moved the motion, but the president had to act immediately, and he fired 8 ministers in a row, 8 ministers. And because of the power of the social media, it was easy for me to communicate through Facebook, through Twitter, through my blog. And I really encourage this to be done. There are challenges. It's not all over African continent that internet is connected, but the mobile phones are really helping now. People can tweet through SMS, but also some mobile phone companies are offering GPRI services whereby they can still have data about this. There are some countries where governance issues are still a problem. For example, Congo, Somalia. this kind of movement is not really taking shape. But we hope, and we are working on that, and we are really working on that. I really like to see Somalia becoming a state back, and so that we'll be able to go back home. We will have to work together to ensure there is a sustainable peace in Somalia and other parts of the African continent. And I think, thank you very much. I think social media has a role in strengthening democracy. It has a role in enhancing accountability and transparency. It has a role in ensuring that there is a partnership between Europe, between Germany and African continent.
Okay, and I hear that the M-Pesa system that the Kenyans use to transfer money, also in Kenia gibt es dieses System, M-Pesa heißt das, mit dem man Geld sozusagen von einem Telefon zum nächsten transferiert, dass sozusagen auch weltweit mittlerweile kopiert werden soll. Also immer mehr Leute interessieren sich dafür. Also Afrika als Forerunner, als sozusagen Modell für den Umgang auch mit den Medien. Vielleicht noch eine letzte Runde. Ich weiß nicht, Fragen haben Sie sicherlich auch.